Welcome and thanks for joining me today. My name is Lisa. I'm an employment coach from the EmployAbility program run by Spinal Cord Injuries Australia. Today I'll be running our first workshop, which is part of our series we are running bi-monthly. In today's workshop, I'll be talking about assessing job readiness and employment options. Just a little bit about myself. I've been an employment coach for over a year now, where I support participants with physical disability find meaningful work. It's been really rewarding to help build on people's confidence when it comes to employment, as well as working for an organisation such as SCIA, where they really want to positively change things for people living with disability. My background of lived experience of disability comes from 2018, where I unfortunately had a couple of complications in surgery. This led to my spinal cord injury. I'm an incomplete paraplegic at the T12 level, so just about my hips below. I do use a manual wheelchair to mobilise around. However, I've also been very lucky to be able to walk short distances as well with a walking stick. Before returning to work, I spent a lot of time focusing on my mental and physical health. I'm proud to be in this position today, using my lived experience to help connect with people with physical disability, because I understand some of the challenges that they or you may face throughout your employment journey. But I'm also here today to tell you that it is possible to get to where I am today. Before we get into it, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are all meeting from today and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and community. We pay our respects to elders both past, present and emerging. The land in which I'm presenting from today belongs to the Darug Nation, which is in southwest Sydney. In today's workshop, we'll be achieving 3 objectives. The first one is starting to think about which industries or sectors might suit your needs, skills, and aspirations. Second one, exploring what it means to be job ready and where you can get extra support. And third one, learning how to approach goal setting. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them into the chat and we can definitely look at these and explore these at the end of the workshop. Everyone has their own motivations for employment, so the benefits will differ based on your agenda. Some of the many benefits to employment can include financial independence from Centrelink, things like not having to worry about seeing providers or regularly following a checklist, being able to gain your own income, the ability to support the family, such as being able to contribute to finances and support your loved ones. There's social connection, getting out of the house, forming new relationships with colleagues, possibly making friends, and just being able to socialise is another benefit of employment. Improved confidence, especially as you grow and learn within your position, as well as feeling more confident in your own skills and abilities. Greater independence, which can relate to a range of things such as independence around routines or undertaking the duties within your job independently. And lastly, improved mental health, which is a massive benefit when it comes to employment, especially since being unemployed can cause insecurities with finances and for some people to question their own identities, which I know has been the case for me as well. Employment can bring a range of benefits, but it also brings stability, and these benefits can contribute to feeling mentally better too. It's also been evident in most of our participants that I've seen in our EmployAbility program, where I've been able to see how building on their confidence has really impacted the way they talk and present themselves. And these might be people who never thought they'd ever feel ready to return to employment, or they've been unsure if employment was even a possibility for them. What is job readiness? Depending on who you ask, this can be defined differently. Indeed, which is a job search platform, defines job readiness as the process of preparing yourself to enter the workforce. This involves learning new skills, creating goals, and preparing for work. When employers notice that you've prepared yourself to enter the workforce, this may influence their hiring decision. How we like to understand being job ready is being capable, being prepared, and being motivated. Being capable means having the necessary skills required for the role you are applying for. Being prepared means researching the industry or employer, understanding your disability needs, as well as having an up-to-date resume or cover letter and being prepared with your job applications. Lastly, being motivated means being committed to a new role, as well as being motivated to work towards your employment goals. So how do you ensure job readiness? Job readiness includes being prepared for work both physically and mentally. Living with a disability, there are a lot more considerations you need to think about when it comes to employment. These can include questions such as, will my wheelchair fit through the door? Will my body be able to handle working X amount of hours? Can I work around my schedule and other appointments? It's important to think about being physically job ready because once you do apply for a job, you must also think about being physically ready to actually start the job in itself as well. Another important consideration is being mentally ready, as employment is a big commitment. If you happen to feel stuck or feel like you're physically ready but not mentally ready for employment, it's important to sit back and think what might be presenting as an obstacle for you currently. What needs to happen for you to feel more confident and ready to take that step into feeling a little bit more job ready? Some questions to think about include, what is my motivation for work? Do I feel confident enough to be employed? Am I ready to return to work after my injury, especially for those who've had an injury? By asking yourself these questions, this may help with understanding further and clarifying how job ready you feel or how ready you are to start thinking about employment. Here's a tip we have. It's key to remember that everybody's journey to work is unique, and it's okay if you need additional support to help find a job that's right for you. Because everyone's employment journey is different, some people are working towards long-term goals, others may be working towards stepping stones to help them reach their dream job. Needing support to get you there along the way or to help you clarify and understand your goals is completely okay. Identifying employment opportunities. People living with disability can and do work in any sector. Where there is a will, there is a way, and with the right supports in place, the opportunities can be endless. The industries that are expected to grow over the next few years and therefore create more job opportunities are healthcare and social assistance, accommodation and food services, professional, scientific and technical services, and also education. This was referenced from the National Skills Commission, Jobs and Skills Australia's Labour Market Insights. Some further questions and activities to help you identify employment opportunities include things like thinking about what sectors or industries you're interested in. What would my dream job be? What features or characteristics within a job are important to me? What does that look like? What are the tasks and responsibilities that I can see myself doing in that job? Or what are the things I would like to avoid doing or avoid working in? These questions, again, can help you gain a clearer picture of opportunities that might be suitable and how to work towards these goals. Our next tip mentions it is important to consider any disability and/or accessibility requirements when scoping out opportunities. Consider what might work best with your disability and lifestyle. Is it part-time work? Full-time work? Is it a permanent position or a casual position? Or might even be volunteer work to start off with. Ensuring your disability needs aren't neglected is important as your health is also a priority at the end of the day, and we don't want to compromise this. Some questions to think about when considering your disability or access requirements might include, is the building wheelchair accessible? Is there a ramp or lift available? Is the ground going to be even and flat as I walk towards the building from the parking space? Are work arrangements going to be flexible? Will I have enough breaks to take? Is there enough training and support available for me? Understanding what support is available to job seekers with a disability is also an advantage so that not only you are aware, but you can also educate employers as well because they might not be aware themselves. Some supports include services like job access, where if eligible, funding can go towards things like modifications, adjustments, or assistive technology to help you do your job or access the workspace. They can also fund things like training for the employees or colleagues working with you as well. What skills and experience do you already have? Your skills are the combination of knowledge and ability that you have developed over your lifetime. These skills can be both learnt and acquired. It also includes hard and soft skills. Remember, as a person living with disability, your lived experience can be a powerful tool as well. It's also learning about how to leverage your transferable skills to assess what jobs you can and want to do. Take some time to think about how your skills and experience relate to the type of work you're looking for. This leads us into transferable skills. Transferable skills are skills that can be transferred from one job, industry, or sector into another. They can be either hard or soft skills, but are more commonly your soft skills. Understanding how to leverage transferable skills is a powerful way of demonstrating to a new employer that you have what it takes to succeed in a new industry. An example of a participant we had on the employability program, let's call him David. David was previously a baker and owned his own bakery for 10 years until an unfortunate workplace accident resulted in a spinal cord injury, leaving him a quadriplegic with limited hand function. David found it difficult to return to work and spent 2 months in our employability program. He took this time to build on his confidence. He was sharpening his job search skills and was able to identify his transferable skills given he couldn't return to manual work that was required in the bakery. David then secured employment as an image reviewer with one of our employment partners, AccuSensus, who deliver road safety contracts for Transport New South Wales. This was due to his excellent attention to detail skills gained through being a baker and being able to apply this transferable skill into this specific area of work. This is why identifying your transferable skills is important so that you can learn how to leverage them into the areas of work you want to do or work that you can do. Goal setting. Now you've identified a few roles which might be a good fit for you, let's set some goals. Why are goals important? Setting goals will help you focus on the areas you want to prioritize and establish a plan of action for how to achieve each goal in a measurable way. You can start with short-term goals and then think about what long-term goals you would like to work towards, or what short-term goals will help you to achieve your long-term goals. When you are goal setting, it's useful to make them SMART. This is a guide that helps you to ensure your goals are attainable. Using this guide, the goals should be S for specific. It needs to be clear so you know what you are working towards. What will be accomplished? What actions will you take? M for measurable. Having a way to track your progress helps to maintain motivation. What data will measure your goal? A for achievable. Goals should be realistic for you to achieve in the timeframe you want. Keep them aspirational, but not to the point where they are unrealistic, otherwise you can become disheartened or unmotivated. Do you have the necessary skills and resources to reach your goal? R for relevant. Your goal should align with your long-term objectives or your own values. How does your goal align with broader goals? Lastly, T for timely. Setting a time frame will keep you on track and help you determine if it is a short-term or a long-term goal. What is the time frame for accomplishing your goal? Now, let's look at an example of a goal that might not be SMART, so not using that SMART guide. It might look something like this. I would like to get a job sometime next year. You can already see how it's quite vague and quite generic. So let's turn this non-SMART goal using the principles we've just spoken about. It would look something like this. I will find a part-time job in the healthcare industry working in administration. I will update my resume and build on my confidence by undertaking an employment course to help me identify my transferable skills and work on my interview skills. I will then spend 2 hours a week dedicated to looking for suitable jobs. I would then apply for a job once a fortnight. Once I am more confident, I will progress to apply for one job a week until I receive a job offer by the end of January 2024. You can see the difference when turning a non-SMART goal into a SMART goal and how effective this can be. You can also see how little differences, such as using the word will, can make a difference as well. So how can you become job ready? This is where we can help. Our free employability program provides job seekers with living with physical disability anywhere in Australia with online job skills training, mentorship, and job opportunities with disability inclusive employers. We provide support at the start of your employment journey, throughout your time completing the modules and the program, as well as placements, support and guidance. It comes back to helping you become job ready, becoming capable, becoming job ready by becoming capable, becoming prepared, and becoming motivated. The employability program is run completely online and virtually through learning modules. It will help you become a confident and effective job seeker. It will also help you build on practical job search skills and applications. You'll also receive ongoing support and mentoring by our coaches who all have lived experience of disability. This can be valuable as we can share our experiences with you, as well as empathise with some of the challenges you may have faced in your employment journey and guide you through these as well. I know for myself, going through my own employment journey, I wish I had a mentor or someone to help guide me through some of the challenges I faced in my own employment journey. Lastly, I just want to tell you a feel-good story about another one of our participants named Sammy, who completed our program a while back. Sammy was born with cerebral palsy, where her speech was affected and she used a power wheelchair to get around. After graduating from high school, she struggled to find long-term employment. She was able to get herself through to the interview stage, but was finding it difficult to secure any jobs. Having not had any success with her disability employment partner for 4 years, she engaged with our employability program, where we were able to identify her transferable skills and honed in on her lived experience of disability. Within 6 months, she was successfully placed into the community engagement team at Higher Up, where she continues to thrive today. I hope not only her story, but also my story and David's story has made some impact about the way you approach employment or how we can support you with this as well. To finish up, I'd like to spend some time towards a discussion. So if you are comfortable, feel free to turn your cameras and microphones on and we can have a chat about some of the questions you may have, or we can go through some of the questions we prepared on this slide here. I also understand that not everyone might be comfortable turning on their cameras and joining this conversation. That's completely okay. Don't feel obliged to. We can still continue this conversation offline. So please email us if you do have any further questions or would like to chat or find out more information on our program. In that case, we'll finish up then. Thank you so much for attending our first workshop today. Our contact information is here. We've got our email employability@seia.org.au, or you can get through to us by contacting the Customer Connect team on the number above. If you'd like some more information, have any questions, or just wanted to chat really, feel free to get in contact. I really hope you were able to learn something from today's session, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you again and enjoy your afternoon.